and welcome to the Garnet Chronicles Shadowverse tournament, sponsored by Daily Hive and presented by the Gaming Stadium. I'm one of your casters for the day, Momo Jelly. Alongside me is my teammate. Want to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, Prism here. You guys would know me as Pasut, I guess. That's a meme that will stay forever. From Dawnbreakers as well. I stream often. And yes, so happy to be here casting with Momo here. How are you doing, Momo?
I'm doing great. Really excited to see all the games today, the decks that people have brought after the nerfs. Just as a reminder, today's event is put on by Canada's leader in esports, the Gaming Stadium. If you're looking for the next best thing, big thing in competitive gaming, well, look no further than here. The team at the Gaming Stadium are leaders in online esports tournaments and events, so make sure you check them out at tgs.gg for other tournaments that they might be hosting that you want to join. And today's tournament is also brought to you by Canto Living. If you're looking for the final piece for your work from home or gaming setup, find everything you need to build the best workstation or battle station at cantoliving.com. Check out their monitor mounts, their speakers, and stands today. So what sort of decks are you looking forward to today, Chryso?
Alright, so for me personally, I've been a fan of Baphomet for a long time. I've been trying to make it work throughout every time he appears. During World Uprooted, the kind of, remember the fusion of Baphomet, where you fuse all Baphomet and play out. So I've been trying to hoping that Baphomet was relevant, and finally he is considered tier 1. If you can look based on other tournament statistics, Baphomet is the most brought deck by the JCG result. So I'm looking forward to see how Baphomet works, because there are different variants of it as well. How about you, Momo?
I think that's also a deck that I'm looking forward to. Whether people know when to fuse and what turns to play out tempo-wise and how much absolute tolerances we'll see today, definitely a question. But I'm hoping to see if anyone's still playing Forest post-nerf. And here we go, first game.
There we go.
We've got MEMELEGENDS versus RAG SV. MEMELEGENDS is bringing Forest and Portal, though he looks to be bringing what looks like it might be a Loxus deck against Shadow and Rune on RAG SV's side. Looking like RAG is bringing a sort of the Evo Burn Rune that's also been popular in JCG.
Yeah, the decks are very popular in terms of Burn Rune and Shadow, because both of them are quite relevant. Shadow can basically make fort very fast, depending on the version. The last Shadow or the Mac version Shadow, both just spawns bot really quick. And then right now we're seeing the Burn version of Rune, where they basically just can cosplay as Hydro Rune, to be honest. Look at this play. Double Miser turn 2. Going first, that's gonna be 2 spells for free. So any bot that MEMELEGEND play will get removed from Miser spell, and he had to deal with a 2-3 and a 1-2 on the board.
Yeah, very Storm over Reveal looking here, as we have Cowboys on either side of the game here, with Loxus in the hand on the Forest side and the Misers over there on the Rune side.
Son of a gun, ain't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just surprising how much the Storm over Reveal cards have stayed relevant for a long period of time. We talk about Loxus all the time. Loxus just stayed relevant since the day he was printed. He was meta in Eternus, he was meta during Darkness over Reveal, and even now he's also still doing some sort of work in this meta full of combos and new decks. So that's Giant Pastures. Not a special card, just Giant Pastures.
Yeah, that's just Giant Pastures. Nothing really important about that, really.
Alright, so this turn, the obvious play seems to be Concentric here. So there are other considerations to make, but Concentric here is pretty strong because one, you set up the 2-2 on the board with an Amulet, so they can set it up with the Sakuna next. Oh, it's just a pass here. Interesting.
Yeah, I think he wants to have the Chaotic be played on turn 4 to have the Amulet set up for the Loxus, but passing his turn 3 with the current board state doesn't feel good.
Yeah,
I mean, if he played any sort of follower here, it would have just been removed by all of these spells currently in hand from the Misers that were played out earlier. So that was possibly a part of the consideration, where he's not actually fighting backboard any by playing out something here.
Yeah, so basically MEMELEGEND trying to do a huge tempo swing, a 1 turn, Well, like, because you can't really remove the board, right? You can't really deal with a 2-3. In fact, two 2-3s on the board. So you might as well just like take it slow, build up your resources, save them up, and like go all in like around turn 5 with the lock system. But Rune here, using the assembly build to reduce his hand, I assume, so that he can fetch the Marie and also get a free Defustate and get another rapid fire. Just why not? Rapid fire is a good card.
Yeah, a lot of cards in hand.
Yeah, it would be a shame if he mills like say a Tetra. Okay.
Are you trying to curse him?
No. I don't have that ability yet. I'm not like caster cursing is not really.
You're on the desk. You're casting, and that makes it possible.
I mean,
but what? This lizard was drawn. Is that the play? No, going with the chaotic adventurer. I think he's desperately going to try to clear out the board here, playing out the giant pastures and then the wall thereafter to make sure that he can clear off 2 followers with trades this turn.
Yeah, but this means that he can't set up the turn 5 Loxus.
But doing what he must to survive. He's at low health, even trading out the 3.
Whoa, is that a top left? Well then.
Yeah, that was not a very good position to be in for Meme Legends. So just deciding, if I'm using all my resources this way, I might as well move on to the next.
Yeah, because like personally speaking, as a competitive player, it's okay to do something like this to have a positive mindset. Because you're like, you know what? Let's just not dwell on like the negativity towards like a losing position. So might as well just take it to the next game, right? I think that's fine. Okay, there we go. Absolute Tolerance, the card.
And Belphomet.
What do you feel about this?
Just really talking to us with this starting hand.
Yeah. Alright, how do you feel about Absolute Tolerance?
I think Absolute Tolerance is what makes this deck actually scary. Like, Belphomet puts in a work. There's a lot of tempo and a lot of the cards in this deck, which makes for Tolerance playable in this deck because you can play a lot of things that a lot of followers that deal damage and reduce that cost of Absolute Tolerance. But that's the win condition here. Like, a turn 9 Belphomet is powerful, but this isn't a meta where you always make it to turn 9. So having Absolute Tolerance, where sometimes you'll have games where you see 2 tolerances on like turn 6, that's where the real power comes out here. And there's a lot of different builds, as you mentioned before, on how to build a sort of portal deck, a Belphomet mech portal deck. And this one has Fjower in here?
Yep. Fjower, yeah. This one is mostly the evil version. As we can see, Fjower was played just to mitigate the damage. And also he runs the what's her name again? I actually forgot her name. Sylvia, because of all the evil tech. So that's basically the evil package. The other package that we might see later is the Puppet Bug package, where they utilize Puppet String Masters and the new Thread String to create tempo. So the difference is that one is more tempo based, which is the puppet version, and the other one is more control based, which is the evil version. And our opponent Rex SP here is playing Last Word Shadow. Pretty popular right now. How do you feel about Last Word Shadow, Mo?
I haven't played it too much myself, but as you've said, it's pretty powerful. I've been kind of poking around, watching my fellow teammates like you and others play it or try it out, and I have come across it on ladder. And in early Chris, like a turn 6 Chris, like where there's just a bunch of wards that I can do nothing about, that feels bad to play against. It can be pretty oppressive sometimes.
Yeah, like the goal here is to reach 10 last words to activate Chris and also to activate Kagero. Because right now, the way you win the deck with Last Word Shadow is by choosing Kagero spell, which deals 4 damage to the face. Not a lot of people know about that. And also in combination with spells like Necro Impulse. So that's a total of 12 damage for 6 play points. And here we see the Silver getting played here. Free Evolve, just like that. What a powerful card. Belphomet getting fuse here. So that the next time Belphomet fuse, you get a free 2/4 untargetable ward and also heals you for 4 when it dies.
Well, it's not necessarily free. You do need to have 3 play points remaining in order to get it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you do need 3 play. I thought fusing cards are often free cards. At a certain period of time, remember, go uprooted, things are just for free.
Yeah, you can just fuse, get things for
Alchemist.
free. I mean, there's still a cost. Like, you have to fuse something, that's a cost. And
Yep,
in
that's a
this case,
cost.
there's an actual play point cost. So, on the other side, though, a lot of Chris pumpkin heads in the hand.
That's not what
Full
you want to see.
house,
'Cause
really.
yeah, quite full house. Wrong game. But because the idea is that you want to spam as much shadow, so cards like Lovers, Meteo, cards like even the Armor Goblin is very favored right now because you really just want to amp up the last word count so that you can activate your Chris, you can activate your Rebirths. I'm not even sure if the Rebirth is activated for the first effect because I didn't actually keep track. So
I mean, we have seen, we saw the Bone Fanatic, the 2/2 that makes the bike. We've seen Kagero, and have we seen more than that?
Reaper, right?
We
I
saw
think we've seen
Bubbly Reaper?
right?
So
yeah,
we've
we
got
saw
at least
Reaper.
4.
Yeah, so we need one more. So the sad part is that the Chris doesn't even activate the 5th effect where it summons 5/5 last word, summons and gives another ward. So you can't even play out Chris here for the effect next turn. He needs to
The
draw
sad
something
thing
really
here,
good.
the actual sad thing here, is that Meme Legends didn't have something to trade into. This turn he's only doing 4 damage when he could have done 9 if he had another follower to trade into. Good top deck from Ragaski though. The other World Gatekeeper really helping out here in terms of getting up that last words count.
Yeah, Gatekeeper is doing a lot of work, being a 3 mana card that basically summons another follower. Yep, just giving you 3 last word count just like that. But the bad thing here is that because you're giving like so many followers on the board, you're going to be prone to cards like Mega Enforcer, Combustion Demon that generally deals damage so that it can reduce tolerance more. This is why this matchup is considered like kind of skilled based because the more followers you give to follow, the more cost reduction you give to absolute tolerance. So, but if you're not playing board, you're not playing the game, right?
Yeah, but if you can get a whole board full of wards, 1 tolerance isn't going to be enough to smack through. So,
yeah,
definitely a lot of considerations to be making.
Yeah, so interesting set of hand. He has Spinaria, he has the Farewell. He's just checking if how many is needed to activate Farewell's Skybound Art. Sylvia's also active. There's a lot of options you can do here.
Yeah, definitely starting with the Sylvia to get that free Evo and play point refund. And then going into another Mega Enforcer this turn. Mega Enforcer just does a lot of work. It draws a card, it gets that play point back if you have at least 3 Machina followers or Machina cards in your hand at the end of turn.
Yep.
Deals that 4 damage and can trade for a total of 9 cost reduction on Absolute Tolerance. Adding another 4, so 13 cost reduction on that Absolute Tolerance this turn.
Yep. So
considering another Baphomet fuse here.
This is the same Baphomet. So what he's trying to do is that he's trying to skip the 2/4 ward because when you fuse Baphomet without the 3 play point available, you'll be able to skip the cards you get. So for the Baphomet effect, there are 2 tentacles, right, that you get. One is the ward and one is the storm. So he's trying to get for the storm one the next time he fuses.
Yeah. With only 1 tolerance in hand, he probably needs that extra bit of damage. He also has Grimnir in his hand / deck to help with the damage.
Yep. So let me use a Soul Strike here. A bit unfortunate that it's not activated in terms of like the extra 4 damage space. But it's you gotta do what you gotta do to survive.
Yeah, it looks like the last hit count from what I saw on that was 9 out of 10. So
one more. So once
very close.
Once the Ghost Rider dies, that will be enough.
Will it be enough? Because if Combustion Demon is played here...
yeah. Oh no. Giving every class advantage. So I think there is just trade that in, and then just trade that in. There we go. That's full clear. Yeah. And that's 15 reduction.
That is a 0 cost tolerance now in the hand. And we're making our way to turn 8 next turn.
Yeah.
Here's that Chris. But it's not active.
Yeah. Does he realize that?
He kind of slammed it, but maybe it's still the good play because he wants that ward. And it's technically 2 wards because Ghost Rider will give ward to an ally follower when it's destroyed.
Yeah, exactly. So Hmm. 19. The total damage here you can do is 19 damage if everything goes well. So there's a lot of consideration here. Consideration number one is that you try to like just clear the board and dish out damage.
Because of the Baphomet fuse, can't you? Isn't there a potential lethal here? No, you don't have enough play points.
Now you don't have enough. So 4, 6, 2. Now you don't have enough.
Or is there?
Or is there? We never know.
I mean, if you play the tolerance on the 5/5. Oh no, doing something else. He's doing other things.
Yep. So it's just in the Spinaria right here. It's such a good card. 6 points to like summon 2 very scary artifacts.
See where that ward goes. And now we've got a tolerance. Maybe? Oh, doing some fusing. Do you need to do the fusing this turn? Can't you wait till the following turn?
Because if you wait till the following turn, depending how many the Pokemon fuse, it will use the 3 play points. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it'll use your play points. Yeah. I'm not practiced on making it to turn 9.
It's fine. Not everyone survives this long in this current meta. So we have there's a lot of options here as well.
That Chris is finally active. We've got 10.
Yep. And so Darkness Design is gonna be a huge bonus on that Soul Link right there. Soul Link gets a +2/2 and Storm as well. So not Soul Link, sorry, Link Stuff. Link Stuff will become a 5/5 and get buffs. And because it has the Ceres effect, it will do 7 damage when it dies, unless you get banished, of course. So right here, I think the easy call is the Baphomet because you can full clear this board. But is there any other consideration?
I mean, if there's a play in which there's lethal, that's probably a consideration.
I mean, technically speaking, if Grimir goes face, 5 times, that's lethal, right? Technically that is lethal. But is that the correct play? We never know.
Is it the correct play to do lethal?
He's just gonna slam the Baphomet here. I think Baphomet's like the safer play.
But couldn't you order your turn such that you trade with the Absolute Tolerance, you play Fyower, you fuse the Baphomet, trade out, and then just play Grimnir for lethal? Wasn't that possible that turn?
Actually, that was possible. Now you mention it. That was actually
a lot to consider
possible
here, but it's so tempting to just slam Baphomet when you get this board out of it. But how much damage is that Tyrant doing?
That Tyrant, it's probably more than 10 at this point, right? We saw 3 last words last turn. 30?
Yeah, so it has to be at least 13, because it was already at 10 when the Chris was played, and we had some last words die last turn. So probably 13.
Probably enough. You can play like the Tyrant here, and you can still go face with the 3 PP bronze card. I still struggle to find his name. What's his name again? Link
Staff? Was that
Link
it?
Staff? There we go. Link Staff. Yes, there we go. Link Staff. Like Link Staff still goes face right. 14 AoE damage just like that. And you'll get ward as well.
Ominous Tyrant's still a good card. If anyone was ever like confused or like not sure.
Yep. Tyrant's still a good card. And when Tyrant gets destroyed, you still summon a 2 play point card. That could be a Kagero. And Kageros right now are your one way of winning in the last word deck because it's a 2 mana deal 4. So
a lot of people were very concerned about the state of Last Word Shadow after the rotation of Gremory, but there's definitely still a lot of powerful cards within the deck that are keeping this deck meta.
Yeah, like the one card that people often forget that makes Gremory relevant during the TOE period was Rebirth. Rebirth is just a powerful card. Draw 2 gives you more bodies, gives you trade. Like generally speaking, the card mechanic of Last Word is just very strong. Because you also have cards like Necro Impulse to finish off the game. Like right now, Necro Impulse off the top could be potentially lethal for Rag.
So
let's see another
MEMELEGENDS is
here.
choosing to fuse 1 into this Belphegor, which summons 2 to Stephanie and Electo. Tiffany kind of attack twice and thus clear out the board and still produce this massive board with where if there's not another ominous tyrant to answer it or lethal on the following turn, Rag SV is still in a pretty rough position.
Yes. So let's see. Is there leader here? Yes, leader, right? If I count correctly. Because
if you can remove that 6/9 ward and then take your Necro Impulse space, then
because you can still go face with the Soul Strike. No, so the Soul Strike deals 4 to the board. You can trade with the Skeleton right here. That's 6 damage to the ward, and then you just need to deal 3 more damage to the ward, and then everything else go face. Yeah, that should be lethal. Yeah, with the Kagura, so this is definitely lethal. Can you find it?
I mean, it looks like he's doing the steps. We've got the Soul Strike. There we go. 4 and 4. Necro Impulse not missed. Looks like Rag SV is taking this set.
Just shows you the power of Last Words, right? Even though they do not look like a deck that doesn't have any sort of win con, but you still have to remember cards like Necro Impulse will exist, whereas just a casual casual card that deals 8 damage for 4 play points.
Yeah, and then you can also burn some damage with Kagero's spells, Link's Staff, Sari's spell. There's still ways to find a win with Last Sword's Shadow for sure.